Okay, let's give this another whirl. Part 2 of Thunderstruck Thursday, the Mosaic technique. I don't know. All of a sudden, it wasn't anywhere. I don't know. It had to have been somewhere because Missy was on in the group and then she was on in the Facebook business page and then it was all gone. I can't even find record of it on my business page. So I don't know, folks. Hang in there with me as we get this electronic stuff figured out. I'm not live in the group now because I don't know if that's the problem, the group. So I'm just going to go live on my business page and on YouTube, and we will leave it at that, and I'll just have to post the links in the group. So if you are part of the group, when you want to catch a live, you need to find me here, either on Facebook as Junebug Creations 29 or on YouTube. That seems to be the more sure one than Facebook right now. So let's see. All right. So I am on. All right. Oh no, that's the original. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with Facebook. All right. No. All right. So this is me live now. All right. So let's just keep going. I'm going to switch back over. So what I did is we've been using, for those who may have missed the first part, we've been using the ephemera packs, and we're going to be using the textured stripes mix and match cards to make a Christmas card using, I mean, these are Christmassy things, but yeah, anyways, we're going to be using it and trying something new. So this one I'm going to do right there at the edge, and we'll see about this one. Let's see, maybe I don't want that one at that edge. Once they're down though, they like to stay down. It's hard to get them back up. I'll put the other one there. I'm going to put this one here so that I don't have the two solid things. So these are stickered backgrounds, or they've got sticker. Ooh, this is not easy if you don't have nails, but that's where our Take Your Pick tool to the rescue. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do it this way. There we go. And I think we can just cut this a little bit. So I'm going to cut this one right here like that. And we can put it, thanks to our Take Your Pick tool, we can put it over here. All right, I'm going to grab my chair back. My feet, I don't know, today my feet are not liking standing for so long. And then we can cut this one, so we don't even need any of those. So you can, if you're doing a collage, typically collages are overlapping. These are kind of thick for overlapping, so I wasn't going to overlap with these. They're kind of on the thick side, so if you had die cuts that were thinner and not so thick, you could totally overlap with those. And then we just have this little one, which I'm actually just going to take this out of the mix like that, almost like a little heart. And then we'll just bring that over here like this. And so with a mosaic, what you're doing is you're cutting it. So you could just use DSP. You could just use DSP. You could use, what was I going to say? You could use DSP. You could use stamped paper if you wanted. You could use whatever you want. So I don't think I need those. We have that. So now what we need is our trimmer. But before we do that, I'm going to turn this over and I'm just going to press to make sure all those stickers are stuck down. Now I do have the ribbon hanging over, and that's okay. We're going to allow for that, but I am going to trim off this top right here, which I think is our candy cane. And those stickers are really thick, let me tell you. They are thick. All right, so we've got that. It's all Christmassy. We're going to take our trimmer, move those out of the way, actually, so that I don't lose them. I think we're going to take them and put them back in our little container here. So we don't want to lose them. Here we go. All right, so now we're going to take this and we're going to cut it at diagonals. Okay, just lightly diagonal like this. All right, we're going to start over here on this side and we want to angle it. Let's see, we're going to angle it from the 1/4 inch to the 3/4 of an inch. All right, we're going to angle it like this. Just like that. All right, and we're going to lay it, as we cut, we're going to lay it on here so we don't get it mixed up. Now we're going to do it the other way, and we're going to cut it from the 1/2 inch to the 3/4 that way. Oh, I was hoping that would not be. We're going to go a little further because I want to be on this side of that. All right. Here we go. I'm going back through, so then we're going to be layering this. Oh, that's not going to be big enough. Actually, the black, we're going to have to get a bigger black. It's been a while since I've done this, apparently. So we're going to do this. And so we're just going back and forth, and you're just making different cuts. All right. You can have them all exactly the same if you want, or you can have them a little bit different, but we're going to be kind of piecing it together like that. There we go. Do we want to go that way? No, we want to go this. Yeah, this way. And it's pretty thick, so that's why you want to make sure that you have it going back and forth. All right, you can see here I'm laying it down, but I'm not going to, I didn't have enough on the edge. I forgot about that you have to have enough on the edge. And I'll put the measurements in the, hi Missy. Good, you thought it was you? Nope, it's me. It's my computer, I don't know. Or it's my program, or it's my internet. I'm not sure. I really have no idea what it is. It's frustrating, I can tell you that much. Absolutely frustrating. All right, so here we go. So we've got those, but they're too long now. So let's see. We need one that's longer, but we need it to still stay on here. So I think we need one as long as this, and this is 6 1/4 inches wide. So let me get a black. Here we go. We'll get a black piece out and cut it the width of this. Oh, where's my trimmer? Wow, what do I do? Oh, that's why I can't reach it. It's not there. All right, so we want this to be, how wide was this? We did such a good job. I did such a good job cutting that. So 3 1/8, 3 1/8, and then we want it to be 6 1/4. So we're going to have to make it work at 6 1/4. So there we go. All right. Now it's back under there. All right, so 6 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and pop this right in here. I could use a blue or I could have used a white. But let's see how it pops with this because I didn't use white on the end. So, or on the mosaic part. So we're going to have this and this and then this. No, we have this. They got out of order. And we're going to put it back together like this. Ooh, here we go. Kind of like a puzzle. There we go. And all right, well, we really don't have anything on the edges that we can cut out. So what we're going to do is work from the outside edge in, and we're going to have to make our separations smaller. All right, so, but having the black there, I think, shows it off better. So we're going to do this like this. I've never made a perfect one, so if you're looking for a perfect mosaic, I'm not your person. I've never been able to get it perfectly lined up. I'm always off a little bit somehow, somewhere. So I'm not sure who does it perfect. I don't know if anyone does it perfect. There's always some sort of something going on with lining it all up. But I'm a close enough kind of girl. So if you really have to have it absolutely positively perfect, you'll want to find someone else who does. Now I'm going to, because I know I don't have any room, I'm not going to give this. All right, hold on. I missed my nails. Let me just say that. Can I say that? I missed my nails. I'm going to line it up top to bottom evenly, but not on the edge. There will barely be a black edge. All right, and then we'll do this side. And it may be that the center ends up being closer together. You can also hide some bloopers with your sentiment. All right, so we're going top to bottom where it's even, but right up to the edge because we know that we don't have enough room. That is cut really, really close. That's cut really, really close. Can I say that? All right, let's go to this side again. So, but with it, see if you can figure out, how to make it perfectly every single time, please tell me. Please tell me. All right, so love this. What is the stalker pack called? Oh, the ephemera pack. This one is the Time for Celebration Mix and Match ephemera pack. And it's got all the little holidays in it. So I totally love that. So we're going to go very thin here because we know we don't have much play space. So the other idea would be to have a piece that's bigger than you want or up to the size that you want, and then cut something. There's all kinds of different options. All right, so I'm discovering I need to, ooh, I did that left-handed. Not too bad, not too bad. I need to turn this around because I'm using my right hand. So I need to keep turning it around. And we want a very fine spacing because we know we don't have too much room. All right, and probably many people will say, well, don't stick it down all the way. Well, I've got too many pieces here. It's gonna get stuck. I don't have time. That's pretty good for left hand. I don't have time to get it all laid down and be able to wiggle it with the glue. But you're getting the idea. Let's see, how are we doing on spacing? Do I have it too far apart or too close together? Yeah, I probably have it a little too close together. Let's see if we can move this one over a little. No, it's not moving. They're stuck. They're stuck. So let's turn this back around. You could start, like, keep them even, and then maybe towards the sides start having it go. Like I said, I've done this card numerous times, this kind of a card, this mosaic, and I've never I've never had one come out perfectly even. I wish I had. Oh, I think I do have. No. Oh, yep. Oh. See? Here's one I did before. Look at that. There's a big old gap here and here, and then there's gaps down here. I have struggled with getting it perfect, and part of it is the way you cut the lines. Now this was easier because this was many different pieces of paper, so the lines are not exactly the same. This is one piece of paper, but as you can see, the lines, the separation between the two is going to vary. So it's just one of those ones it's a little challenging, but it's okay because it doesn't have to be perfect. I got a big old gap. We could have done bigger gaps in between. Let's see. Will any of them come up? We only have 3 left and we have a big old gap. Let's see if this side will come up. Let's see. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see if we can make this work. I only have 3 panels on this side. That's why I'm going for this side to see. All right, if we can make it work. Now, if you were using, now, see, I think the huffing only works on if you're using the Stamp and Cut, or the Stamp and Seal. Here we go. There we go. So we've got that one. And then I'll have to clean this with some Goo Gone. So I guess with something like this, maybe you start at one side and work your way across. And then that way, if you have too much paper and your spacing is even, you can just cut off that edge. So that would be another way of doing it. Whew. See, this is what I do. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. I'm just showing you what to do if you do make the mistake I made. Let's see. Because there was quite a gap there in the center. So here we go. Let's see, can we get this one off? We can. Woo! All right, we're getting there. Here we go. Last one. All right. This is another one of those where you could use the, if you don't want to have to clean your little spatula piece, you could use your floss, but I think this for me is a little easier to maneuver than the floss. All right, so there we go. So now I'm going to continue putting them on from this side, and then we can just cut this off. Let's see. Here we go. This one is next. So this is going to work. It might be my first perfect one after my complete imperfection. We'll see. We'll play with it. There we go. Let's see. This one goes right here. All right. How'd you like that fix? Give me a emoji or something in the comments. Oh, see, she's already laughing at me. Yep, Missy. You know, you've been with me long enough to know that I make the mistakes for you, so you don't have to. And I do it with love in my heart. Not on purpose, obviously, but that's okay. I learn, you learn, we all learn. Here we go. Oop, that's too far. That's too far. All right, so I'm just trying to maneuver that a little bit. There we go. It's pretty consistent over here, so we'll see how it goes going the rest of the way. That's the end. This is the next piece. All right, here we go. Let's put some glue on this bad boy again. Let's see. I'm going to trim that off. A little bit of black sticking up, so I'm going to glue that. There we go. All right. This is going to work. All right, so new idea, new theory. Start at one end and work your way across. Make sure you have some extra paper, and then you'll be able to trim it off and make it work. All right, I always thought if I started on the outside edges and worked my way in, but maybe you start on the middle and work your way out. I don't know. I don't know the exact answer, but I know that I've done this card numerous times before in the past, like years, numerous times, and this is probably going to be my most perfect card other than the mess up I had at the beginning, obviously. Or not at the beginning, but once we start putting it down. So this is working out good, so make sure it's a little longer than you want. There we go. All right, so I cut it longer than I needed. So let's see, we're going to, this piece was, oh, how long was that? I think it was 5.5 to start off with. The soft seafoam. There we go. And of course you want to put all the sticky stuff away, and I'll have to clean that off. Oh, that's not quite straight. All right, there we go. So there's less over here than there is over here. So I'm going to see if I can trim it off just a smidget more. There we go. And there. Doesn't that look so cute? I love it. All right, so we're going to take our card base and our bone folder, because I don't have one over here. Our bone folder, I can try it with my nail. I don't have much of a nail left. Here we go. All right, I know you're hearing me whine a lot. Oh, that's going to be, oh, so cool. And then there's so much brown here that we're going to put, Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, happy holidays. I don't think I want the happy holidays. It kind of gets lost in there. Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas. I'm thinking the Happy Christmas would go there great. And that's pudding, Christmas pudding, which is a European or an English tradition, and Happy Christmas is an English way of saying Merry Christmas. We need some smaller ones on there. So I'm going to do just a couple here like this. Oop. Hiawatha. My fingernails, I didn't realize how much I relied on them, is what I'm discovering. All right, so we're gonna switch this around. I gotta remember to clean that. All right, so we're gonna take off that and take off this one and take off this one. Now we're going to put this, oh, nope. All right, what's that? Oh, that's from when I tore it off the other side. I did not see that. Goodness gracious. Me, oh my, oh me. All right, here we go. Happy Christmas. We need some gems. Let's pull in some gems. All right, help me out here. Hello, Johanna. So happy to see you. It's been forever. I trust all is well. It's been a while since we've been on here. We have these that we can use right here. I think we'll, actually I feel like pearls. Pearls or rhinestones. Let's do some rhinestones. And the beauty of the rhinestones is we can take our real red and we can color them red. Isn't that great? Let me zoom you in so you can see that. All right, so you can change the color of your rhinestones with your Stampin' Blends. How awesome is that? If you don't have Stampin' Blends, you can also use Sharpies, but I recommend the Stampin' Blends. All right, so let's put this on with dimensionals. Here we go. I love these ephemera packs. I've really fallen in love with them. When they first came out with them, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do with these. But I am finding that I really love it. And the card bases, it just makes everything go faster. Right? Have you played with them? Oh, it's so much faster. Because you don't have to cut the card bases. And really, you don't even have to have the cardstock to do stuff. You can make a collage all over the front of the card if you want. All right, so we're going to do this. And it worked out to have that hanging off. I'm so excited that that totally worked out. And now we're going to add in, I'm going to put that one popping out under there. Peeking out right there, and then we'll do another little one that has a hair on it over here. All right, just keeping it simple. Add a little sparkle. What do you think? What do you think? All right, so where's the thing? We did one thing we didn't use that was super Christmassy, and I'm going to put it on the inside because, you know, there's nothing on the inside. It's just a white card. So we're going to use this. Ties in beautifully. We're going to use this. Here we go. On the inside. And then you have plenty of room to write a little message about how your 2025 has gone. You have lots of room because you could start up there. And then we'll just put this over there. What do you think? I love it. Absolutely. And if you wanted to, you could get another one of those little bows and put it over here. But I think this paper is really cool. You could also emboss this if you wanted to, but I think it already makes it look like it's embossed having those stripes. All right, so there is our Christmas card with a new technique, the Mosaic, which we had some glitches laughing with me. I know you're laughing with me, Missy. You know me well enough to know that I am totally laughing and I love having people laugh with me. So it's not perfectly aligned, but it's better than this one, right? I mean, look at those gaps. Whew. So here at least it was better. So it was one whole piece that you cut on your trimmer going back and forth. Sometimes I didn't, sometimes I forgot and was angling. Over here I was trying to make sure I had this on two different pieces and not cut down it. But it worked out. So I guess my saying to you would be, pick your cardstock that you want to put your collage on. All right, make sure your other piece is a little bit bigger, but not as much bigger as I thought it needed to be. So maybe that's where I just don't have the measurements down and just have never figured out the measurements. So you want it about the same height. So like this one is a little lower. I'm being nitpicky now. This one's a little lower. And then we have the edges. There's no edge here, and there's a little bit of black here. So this is just me being nitpicky. The person who receives this card isn't going to even notice that. They're just going to see all the fun and how it's cut up and it's got that mosaic look. So have fun with it. Give it a whirl and show me what you're doing with it. I would love to see. And if you have an idea of how to make this that much better, let me know. If you figure out how to make it perfectly aligned, perfectly same separations all the way through and around. I would love to know if someone can math that out for me and tell me about it, because I haven't figured that out yet, and I've been doing this technique for quite a few years. So, and if you've been following me like Missy and Johanna, if you've been following me for a few years, you've seen me do this technique a few times, and it just comes out differently every time. This is probably the most perfect one I've ever had. So I'm pleased with it. I trust you like it. I trust you give it a whirl. And then when you do, post a picture of it down below in the comments so that we can see it and get some ideas and inspiration from you as well. All right, so the next thing before I sign off, I wanted to talk to you. The two-tone paper sale is going on right now. It started yesterday. It goes until tomorrow. What is two-tone paper, you ask? Here are a few of the two-tone papers. So I want to show you. This is the pool party, and look at that, how it's lighter on the other side. All right, so you have this side, and then this side is lighter. Here's the Daffodil Delight, same thing. This side, and then this side is lighter. Here's Lost Lagoon. This side darker, this side lighter. Then we have our, I think this is the Petunia Pop. And you can see the big difference between the light and dark there. And then we have our Bubble Bath. Also a pretty good difference. And then we have our black, and these are all the ones that I have at the moment, but I have ordered some. All right, so super cool. And let me just show you what you can do with it. So because it's white core, you can tear it and you can see the white inside. And I just flip this down. You would normally use it like this, and then you can see the white inside. I just flip this so you can see the difference between the two tones. This one, you can crumple it and bring out some of the white in it. And then I just flipped it so you could see the two tones. This one, we sanded it. You use a little bit of sandpaper or a little sanding block, and you can sand it, or a nail file, whatever you have. You can sand it and it brings out the white core, and then this is just the lighter side. And here you can just fold it and then you have your darker and your lighter side. So the darker and the lighter side. So these are just 4 ways that you can use this two-tone cardstock. It is on sale right now for 20% off. They come in the 12 by 12 sheets. All right, 12 by 12 sheets, and there are 12 of them in a pack. They are right now on sale for $8 a pack. They are regularly $10 a pack because it's 20% off. So it's $2 off per pack of 12. That's a pretty good deal if you use a lot of it. It does make a good card base. You can use it as a card base. It is not as thick as our regular cardstock, but it's thicker than our DSP. So then if you add the white inside, you can totally use this for card making. Most of the times, probably most often, it's used for scrapbooking, but you can cut it and use it for card making. You can use it for layers because of all the different things that you can do with it. You have not seen me use it yet because the colored sheets like these, they're actually my mom's. I just took one of each out to show you. I just have some of the black from when I did, this was in the swag bags for the last retreat. All right, so just wanted to let you know about that. Two-tone cardstock, 12 by 12 sheets, packs of 12 pages for $8 instead of $10. On sale now until tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day, so it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tomorrow's the last day of it. Some of them are running out. It's gonna happen. I need to get my order in. And then I wanted to remind you of I posted about the Super Saturday. Where is it? All right, Super Saturday. I posted a link so that you could sign up for it, or you can message me if you'd rather send me a check. I'll take a check. It's $86 for the stamp set that I didn't bring over here. There we go. So you get the punch and the sweet jar stamp set. You get a half pack of bokeh paper, you get the itty bitty bokeh mix, and you get the ingredients for making 10 projects, 2 3D projects and 8 cards, some of them fun fold cards. Then if you want to add on, plus 2 table gifts, but of course those are a surprise, so I can't tell you. Plus, if you want, for $20, you can add on the Jar of Joy set. So when you go to my PayPal link, you either put in the $86 for the basic packet or the $106 for the Jar of Joy added in, all right, because it's another $20. If you have any questions, please ask me. It is September 13th. It is virtual, and I am teaming up with Kelly Toronto, the late night stamper, to bring this Super Saturday to you. 6 hours, 10 projects, plus extra paper and the table gifts and the bokeh, the itty bitty bokeh mix. All right, and one of the ones is going to be a shaker card, at least one shaker card. So we're going to have some fun. So sign up for it. It's September 13th. Registration ends January 31st. So you want to make sure to get your registration in before the 31st of January, because then I have to order everything and I have to get everything cut and prepped and mailed out to you. So 86 includes the shipping for everything. So let's have some fun on September 13th. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to share that with you. And if you do want the two-tone paper, make sure you place that order before tomorrow is over. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment either down below or message me. The best way is to message me at June Olson, and then I will get that and see that and respond right away. You can also message message me on Jumba Creations 29. So take care. Have a great rest of your Thursday. If you want to see more, come on back at 3:30, where I'll be showing you some stamping kits and paper pumpkins. And then if you are in the Hot Weekly Deals Christmas group, then you can also have a chance to win the card that I make that day, and have a chance to win a box of cards at the end of the week. So take care. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.